You know, God spoke to me a couple of weeks ago, and He said, "You know what, Cynthia? You're giving the enemy too much credit." He said, "In this moment, you're blaming the enemy, but don't you know that I am testing my people in this moment? I am testing them so that they can be strong enough, so they can be prepared for where I want to take them. This is a time of testing for His people so that they will not waver. They will be strong enough to overcome when I want to take them. I want to take them to this place, but they are not ready. So right now, I am preparing my people. I am strengthening them so they will not waver to the place that I want to take them, and I want to bring them. I'm preparing their hearts, I'm preparing their minds, I'm preparing them spiritually, because where I want to take them, they cannot waver. They have to be strong enough. They have to be built on firm foundation. Their feet have to be implanted in me and in my word and in my truth. Remember that in these trials, to just be glad, be joyful, because you will come out even stronger, and know that God is just preparing you. And so give thanks through those trials, and remembering that God is a good God, and He will not take us through paths where He will not be. He will not take us through trials, through the fire where He will not be. Remember, stand firm in His truth, stand firm in your word. Ask Him for the strength that you need, and remember that He is preparing you. Sometimes it's gonna hurt because He is breaking you down, and He is removing your flesh and what your flesh desires from you. But we always have to be submitted to God and in His truth, and die to our own flesh and our own truth and our own desires, and submit ourselves to God and to His truth and what He has for us and His will for us. And that means denying ourselves and picking up our cross and moving forward, and in the midst of it, just giving Him the thanks, giving Him glory through it all, remembering that He's a good God. Remember that in Jeremiah 29:11, His word says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Hold on to His word, hold on to His truth. Remember, this is why it's so important for us to stay in God's word and to stay in prayer. And remember, in Luke 10:19, it says, "For I have given you the power and authority to step on snakes and scorpions," a power so much more powerful than the enemy has, so nothing will hurt you. Remember, don't give the enemy too much credit, because remember, whatever the enemy tries to do, he still has to ask God for permission. So remember to stay strong in your walk with God, submit yourself in prayer, and remember to count it all joy in the end, because God works everything out for our good.